Right. Take two on that. Didn't know you were limited to 1 minute on Telegram. So that was the first knife I ever made. The sheath's kind of messed up. It should be a couple of inches longer, but you know, it's fine. With this kind of cool pattern here. Did this like in high school. Was I 17? Something like that. Yeah, 17, 17. Something fucking early high school. This was the second one I did. This is quite interesting. The wood here is from a lemon tree we had in our garden. Very briefly, it died. Got some disease. And I saved the branch. So this is a lemon branch. Lemon tree branch. Very short blade. Like, I don't have the biggest hands. And it's about the length of my thumb. The runes spell Fenristand. That's Fenris's tooth in Swedish, because when I bought this blade, I thought it looked a little bit like a tooth. Yeah, there's a bind rune there. J. Oh, that's my initials. I was like, huh, why'd I made that? And then the sheath here is shaped with shaping tools. When the leather is wet, you can press on it and get kind of cool, like indentations. This is also stain. Oh yeah, this is wood stain actually. You can make it with a chemical reaction with vinegar and steel wool, and you get this kind of blackish liquid that you can stain basically anything with. Then number 3. Yeah, this was number 3. Made this in the Scouts as a project once. I'd gotten slightly better at it by then. Stainless steel blade, a bitch to sharpen, but it keeps the edge well, I guess. That's moose horn. And then this here is done with a technique called kålrosning, where you make a little tiny cut with a sharp knife, and then you rub. Traditionally, it's supposed to be ash, like from the fireplace, but I use coffee grounds because I don't have a fireplace. And you rub it in, and you get these cool shapes. This is supposed to be a raven head. You see, there's an Uthala rune. I was getting into the symbology then. A little braid. There's the beak and the eye. Don't know if my camera is picking up the sun wheel on the sheath there. Valknut, a braid, and a bind rune that I actually don't remember what it's supposed to say. This is, at this point, 5 years old now? Something like that. It's actually been a while. No, it hasn't been that long since I made a knife. I made this. For some reason, I thought it was a good idea to make, cut shapes into this sheath. So there's these pluses and this little colored braid here. Also stained. Don't remember when I made this actually. Oh yeah, now I remember. This knife blade also stainless. Hate stainless steel actually. It's really bad. My mom bought it for me in Mora. That's the town where the famous Mora knives are made. So she bought it there in their gift shop. So this is reindeer horn I picked myself. It's a sun symbol. You see, I really gotten into making thin handles at this point. You see, it's very thick. It's actually really forward heavy, so it rests well in the hand, but you gotta keep a hold of it. Nice touch. Nice. Feels good in the hand because of these ridges here. So all of this is cut out with a very sharp, very tiny knife. And this is walnut that I've just drilled a hole through and slotted it in. What do we have else? Forgive me a second. Oh yeah, this is uh, this is an old knife blade, also Mora knife. I only do use Mora knife handles because, or knife blades, because they're from Sweden. I got this from my mom's co-worker's deceased father's tool stash. I found this blade in there. So this is an older model of Mora knife. It's slightly thinner, slightly pointier. The blade goes down there, you can see towards the point as well. But the interesting about this one is, let's see if my camera can pick it up. There's the initials of the guy who made it. K.J. Eriksson, Mora, Sweden, carbon steel. It's been abused a bit there by the previous owner, that's not me. But this is very simply a full tang knife. So that means I can't see it, there's a metal rod going from there all the way to the end of the handle there. And then there's a tiny little piece of reindeer horn there to cap it. And then it's... I'm trying to think here. Oh yeah, this is mahogany, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is mahogany from a coffin. I bought it for 50% off because I tried. Guy selling it could not get it to sell because it was excess wood from a coffin. I thought that was cool as hell. And then this is birch wood from the forest. I was about to say where I grew up, but one time a storm felled an entire birch close to my house. So I brought my saw and chopped and sawed off a good 5 feet of it, and probably 1.5 feet thick. Took me a long time to do that with hand tools, but that's wood from that project. And then this is just burnt with a pyrographic pen. Pretty neat. A bit of color work on the sheath. No inherent symbolism, except I guess maybe the little sun looking thing there. I'm happy with it. Quite neat. The sheath's kind of poorly constructed because you see here, I wanted to try, these are sewn on the outside. I wanted to try something new. So where instead of having the knife sit flat, like imagine this is the belt loop, sit flat on your side, it's supposed to sit like this. It does, but it makes for an annoying sheathing process, especially, oh, never mind. What else do we have? Oh yeah, this one's pretty special. We'll get to you later. So this is, I just went totally crazy with this sheath. I've been watching a lot of videos on shamanism and was trying to make sacred spirals and stuff at the time of making this. So I just kind of, with no real intention, did this on this side. This knife is special because this is, as you can see, entirely made out of antler. Well, except the cap here to protect the end a little bit. That's birch, same as this birch here. So this is one solid piece of reindeer antler. It's grooved, so it doesn't slip out of your hand, because when I made this originally, I sanded the hell out of this so it would be really smooth to hold on to. Then I tried using it, and I noticed, oh shit, my hands keep slipping, and as you can see, there's no guard. And I don't want to hurt myself, obviously. So this is a specialized carving blade, also from Mora. You can tell it's a carving blade by it being very tiny, about half the length of a regular blade, and very pointy. So you can do really fine detailed work with it if you want to. Or you can also use it since it's you can hold onto it and be kind of rough, shave off larger bits. I use it a lot in my carving. This one I usually use when picking mushrooms. Don't know why, it's not really a mushroom knife, it's just happened to be that way. Or this one, I guess because they're slightly smaller and you can, yes. No, I don't really have a specific reason for why. These ones, this and sometimes this, I use for carving larger projects. And this one I like to bring with me on longer through hikes, or just long night hikes in general. A long hike being 3-4 days, and a through hike being like 2 weeks, because I think it looks pretty and should be used. This one is probably my most special knife. It's as you can see, it's wooden knife, wood handled rather, with a wooden sheath. This was really tricky to carve. It's supposed to be a fish. Looks kind of like a whale, or like a sperm whale. But what's special about this is, once again, capped with reindeer horn. This is a discontinued Mora knife product, actually, with the ridges here. This is specifically for fishing. So these are for like scraping along the fish to remove the scales while you're outdoors, so you don't end up with fish scales all over your kitchen. I've used it some, but the guy who used it before me must have been chopping rocks or something, because it's really badly dented. And I've noticed that the glue is starting to slip here. I have to figure out something. Maybe I can like throw some bands around it, keep it together. I'll figure something out. What else do we have? Oh, this is my hook knife. You use it for carving bowls, or like scoops of spoons. That's why it looks like this. So it's sharp here, and then the entire way around, and the same on this side. This is actually bought from a guy up in the north of Sweden who hand makes all his tools on his farm. Very, very cool. He recommends actually to customize all his tools. So you get the handle, it's all blank, and it just says his initials down at the end. I can send you his Instagram account. It's very cute. He and his wife speak very poor English, but they try anyways, because people from all over the world buy their stuff. It's internationally renowned. So I've customized the handle here. Once upon a time, the race bits, as you can probably tell, were bright blue, but I've been using it for so long, all the color's been rubbed off. I think I was just freewheeling this, that's why it looks like it does. Not 100% perfect, but you know, I'm happy with it. Allows for a slightly better grip, and looks pretty fucking neat, if I'm being honest. This is by the same guy, what the fuck is his name again? I'll have to look it up. But this is the ship carving knife. So this is a very tiny, very, very tiny knife, like about the size, half of my pinky maybe? Yeah, about that. Very tiny, very sharp. You use it to cut lines like on this knife here, or for detail, or for like the grooves on this one here. Like you can cut like patterns into larger surfaces and stuff. I use it a lot. Very nice. Oops. This one here is actually a kiddie knife, as you can tell by the guard here. And if I flip around, you'll see why it's a kiddie knife. I mean, look at that beautiful handwriting. This is the first knife I ever got. I was like 4, I think. My father bought it for me. There's the logo of the one of the many hiking organizations in this country. And yeah, I've dropped it in the fire since I was a clumsy kid. I've kept it like it was. A long time ago, I wanted to deconstruct it to use the blade and make a new knife. But now as I've grown older, you know, I like to keep it around just for sentimentality's sake. I don't use it very much. Sometimes for carving projects. But the guard is kind of unwieldy, like it's obviously, nowadays it's just mostly in the way. But I like it. I hang on to it. It's been with me for as long as I can remember, so I don't want to get rid of it. And then this here, it's an American-made folding knife. And let me get out of it. Hang on a second. Here we go. American-made. USA. This is a moose horn. Obviously, I'm not made myself, it's bought. And then you press here to fold it. This is my grandfather's knife. He was a massive salmon fisher. Went on trips to Alaska and everything back in the day, and he bought this here. He brought that knife over there. I never got to meet him. He died very shortly before I was born. My mother's initial reactions when holding me as a baby was, "Oh my God, it's Göte." That's my grandfather. Apparently, I have just his eyes. She used to be all freaked out about it when I watched her for too long when I was little. So yeah, this is his gutting knife, as you can tell by the weird looking point here. I use it to gut fish, either this or this knife, depending on how the mood takes me. I also use it for my various dissection projects. Kind of dark, but my grandfather was an interesting guy. I think you would approve. Oh shit, I've been talking for 15 minutes.